Hey y'all, my name is Gianni. I'm a Chicago-based photographer. I go by G-Shots, and I want to create this introduction video just to let everybody know a little bit about me, who I am as a photographer, who I am as a content creator, and I just wanted to just make an introduction and just make my stamp, on saying that I'm here and just let the people know who I am, rather. So let's get into it. I actually developed the love for photography, I want to say, after high school when I first started college. But before that, I always been into graphic design. So I always loved the fact of just pictures and just, editing them and just, adding graphics to them, adding, whatever. Just playing around. Lord. Excuse me. Wow. Okay. So I didn't develop the love for photography until after I graduated high school. But before that, I always been into graphic design. So just like editing pictures, adding, graphics to them and stuff like that. I always been into that. And I started that at a very young age. I was like 7th grade when I got into Photoshop. So I was young, when I developed that love for that, like graphic design. So, but but back to that. I didn't get into photography until after high school. But I always, like, every time I go out with my friends, I always the ones taking the pictures. I was just that friend that take the good pictures. They be like, Gianni, take my pictures, take the pictures or whatever. So that's always been, been my role. But I never really thought to get into photography after high school. So, yeah. Photography means a lot to me because I feel like, just like music, you look at a photo and you can go right back to that moment. You go right back to how you was feeling, what day it was, what happened that day, that type of stuff. So I just feel like me being a part of that and be able to create that memory for someone, or just broadcasting, like, content, like, whether it's emotion, or just like an idea, just being able to to capture that moment and and everybody loves it, or people can vibe off of that, if that makes sense. So that's basically photography. Photography is everything to me. That's really what it is. It's everything to me, and just being able to be that person at a front frame, at the storefront, what I'm talking about. Just being that person that be able to capture that moment is everything to me. So photography is everything to me. I really don't think I also have a favorite style. I don't think I really have a favorite style of editing. I think more so my editing is real, like, soft. It depends on what type of mood I am, because if I'm doing like a studio, like, with a backdrop and stuff like that, of course I'm going to retouch skin and make it look real. That's mine. I don't like really like too much smooth skin. I do like to get rid of imperfections, but I don't like it to be too smooth where it look fake. But I do love to have that editing. I love, like, the dust. I don't know if you guys know. I love, like, having that grainy type of image, or just like that greedy type of image. I love bringing that type of image to life, and just having that good color grade, having that good sharpness. That's just me as an editor. I love to have that. That's my personal style, and I love making colors pop. Or I love contrast photos. I love having dark colors, making the black super black, well, not super black, but like just darkening it out, I love those type of images. I love texture images too. Follow on that. Yeah, I thought I was done. Oh man, I'll probably be like a stylist or something, or just a regular graphic designer. But fashion is another, like, that's just another world for me, because I always get to be another person, I feel like. So I definitely think if I was doing photography, I'd definitely be doing like something where I'd be styling somebody, some famous person, or just like, being an influencer or something like that. I love fashion because I feel like I just can be another person, and for me, like, I dress on how I may feel that day, or a mood that I'm in, or emotion. Like, fashion is just everything to me. So one day I might, want to dress preppy. The other day I might want to dress down, dress urban, dress like, just anything. Like, I get inspiration anyway. It could be a TV show, it's just like, just one of those things for me that I get to express myself. So I love fashion. So if I want to do that, I definitely be someone's stylist or something like that. Behind a magazine doing, you know, shoots or whatever. Yeah. Well, I want people to know that first of all, I'm a twin. I feel like I have an identical twin brother. So I feel like that's all I want people to know about me because I feel like that's unique. Shit. That's something that I love to brag, stun on. That's what it be. I'm a twin, you know. Having that connection with somebody and, you know, that person, that being that person that always accepted me and just know, just every day, like a person I can talk to about anything, you know. And person I can't, you know, I age with, you know, I basically go through the same like challenges with. I feel like that is something that I want people to know about me and just having a connection. That's something that I'm proud of, you know. That's something that I love about me, you know. That I have another attachment or a look-alike in the world. My favorite fashion era, I would say, is the '70s. Peep the shirt. I love '70s fashion. I love any vintage throwback fashion for that matter. Also, but mostly I would say that, but then I love '90s fashion too. I love the baggy clothes. I love the oversized flannels and stuff like that. So I really, it's really hard, but I'm gonna go with '70s because I do identify with more of the '70s, '80s vibe. And I really don't dress modern. I really don't dress like up to date clothes or anything that I do is probably vintage or what I wear is vintage or um, just like that '90s or '80s back. Let's just say '70s through '90s because at this point I'm saying '70s and I'm saying '80s and I'm saying '90s. But yeah, I would say definitely just those 3 decades of fashion. I definitely would say by far my favorite. I'm just gonna go with the '70s. I'm gonna stick it with that one. Well, the mistakes I made being a beginner photographer was just coming up in general. Um, was not knowing, like, just going off reviews of what camera I should get. Um, which is like because we all like invest in, you know, camera equipment and stuff like that, and this stuff can be very much expensive. So especially when you're a beginner, like you just all you really, you know, in my case, I really never really had like a full blown camera before, so I didn't know what camera I should get, you know. And then at that time, I was going off the price too. You know, I was a college kid. I didn't have, you know, all the coins I needed. So I'm like, yo, maybe if I save up, you know, I can get, you know, so and so a camera. But I believe my first camera was a T6i or something like that. Canon Rebel T6i. I believe that was my first camera. Yeah, I remember me getting it. I got it like around January right after Christmas. I know I saved my money up. It was the first camera I got, and just I would say learn your camera too at that because most of the time it's not more so the camera and the quality is more so the person because just like, you know, phones and any other TVs, they have settings and stuff, like, you know, so you really have to like know, especially like with photography, like you gotta know like ISO, aperture, you know, shutter speed, you know, all those things come into, you know, into factor when you're taking an image, you know, or shooting a video, you know, all that. And that's something I'm, you know, still learning today. You know, I still learn new things from, you know, YouTube University, you know, watching YouTube videos and learning and, you know, getting ideas from other content creators. And I'll pause on that because I always feel like um, we learn from each other. You know, it's something that we might know that somebody else don't know. You know, no matter how long you've been taking pictures or been in the game, you know, it's always, you know, of course, you know, it's that amateur and then it's, you know, that advanced. But, you know, I feel like we all learn new things as we go along, regardless. So that would definitely be my biggest, my advice to beginner photographers is just, you know, don't rush it, you know, because you'll find yourself upgrading the camera, you know, and, you know, upgrading the equipment and stuff like that. But you do need to start somewhere, you know. So I would definitely say learn your camera. That's the biggest mistake I would probably say I made, and just not rushing it and not just going off of the photographer that you might see that have, you know, these great images or whatever. I feel like everybody have a camera that's for them. You know, just doesn't mean because I have a Canon, you got to get a Canon. You might like Sony, you might like, you know, Nikon, you know, you never know. So, yeah, if I said that right. Is it Nikon? Nikon? I'm gonna look that. Okay. Advice I can give to future photography creators. I would say to just stay consistent because unfortunately, like me, I wasn't consistent with my work. Even though I feel like I still get opportunities, um, I don't think that, but it's okay. So I would say be confident because I was creative. I was presented with so many opportunities, but I feel like I didn't have the right equipment, and I feel like I wasn't good enough and stuff like that. Just like a lot of self doubt, and I feel like you have to have that confidence because that's the only way you want to build your way up. That's the only way you want to build your portfolio. That's the only way you're going to get into new spaces, get into new opportunities. Just have that consistent. Just whether it's a learning experience or not, take that opportunity because clearly somebody's seeing something in you that you probably if you don't see it in yourself, somebody else seeing it in you. So I will always say like just have that consistent confidence and just have that creative. Like this is what I do. Take charge, take in control. And don't get caught up in the hype. Don't think because another photographer doing this or he got a better camera he's better than you because like I said earlier, it's all about knowing the camera and learning the camera and just being who you are because it's people that I seen that might not have better images than me or better camera quality than me, but they presented with a lot of opportunities because they had that go-getter mentality. You can't be scared in a game like this because it's all about your creativity and people trust you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to stand on your creativity. And don't back down from it. Like this is what I do. You believe in yourself. Don't have that self-doubt. Unfortunately I went through that phase. And I feel like we all as creators go through that phase at some point, especially starting out, just always be consistent because I feel like that's how you level up I'm sorry y'all. I feel like that's how you I want to articulate this the right way. I feel like that's how you just build your brain, you know what I'm saying? Having that consistency, like you just can't be on and off. And, a person like me, I'm grateful that to even for me not having to post any of my work up, I still get booked for shoots, and I haven't posted work up, my official work in a year. So for me to still get booked for shoots and people still ask why I take pictures and stuff like that, that gives me, motivation because, we all go through that creative thing, feel like we're not good enough or, we need better equipment or whatever the case may be. I feel like we all have that. We all go through that phase at some point, maybe we don't, maybe we all don't, so let me not say all, but I know I went through that phase, and I feel like, my advice would to a creative who has gone through that phase, don't try to keep up with another photographer or, go at your own pace, get cameras that's for you, learn the camera equipment, and once again, stand in your creativity too, stand in that, don't, when you walk on, when someone's asking you they booking you for a reason because they believe in your visual. You know what I'm saying? They believe in you. So like, don't have that self doubt. Like maybe I'm not good enough. I don't deserve this opportunity. No, you know what I'm saying? Take the opportunity, whether you feel like you're not ready for it or not. Take it because it's always an opportunity that you can learn and you can grow from. So that's what I would say. My personal advice would be. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Once again, my name is Gianni. I go by G Shots, and that's just a little bit about me. For my YouTube channel, I'm definitely going to be posting like music videos. My brother, like I said, he's a rapper, so we definitely got some music videos coming. We had some prior on this channel before, but those in the archive, so I might post them, put them back out. But that's my old work. I don't know if that's for a photographer thing or video content creator. I don't like keep my old work on there. But as I get, that's part of progression. So I guess I'll post them back. But yeah, I'm just gonna do probably a lot of things, short films, just like anything, that creativity that's what I do. So I'm gonna post them here. So yeah, so like, subscribe, and I'm gonna post all my social media accounts in the link below. I think that's what YouTube's be saying. So I'm gonna do that, and just thanks for watching, and peace out. Be smooth. I'm talking about be smooth.